Sleep debt. This is one of the most common hidden causes of constant tiredness. People don't usually lose sleep in obvious ways. Instead, they lose small amounts over long periods of time. Going to bed a little late, waking up early, or having an inconsistent sleep schedule slowly creates a deficit. The body tries to compensate, but it never fully catches up. Even if you sleep longer on weekends, the system still carries that leftover exhaustion into the next week. In a way, sleep becomes a subscription service you never really agreed to. Circadian misalignment. The body has an internal clock that regulates energy, alertness, and sleep cycles. When daily routines are inconsistent, this clock gets disrupted. Artificial light at night, irregular sleep schedules, and late-night screen exposure all shift natural rhythms. As a result, people often feel tired during the day and strangely alert at night. And ironically, you then spend that night watching a few thousand vertical videos you'll forget by morning. Chronic mental stimulation. Modern environments rarely allow the brain to fully rest. Notifications, social media, short videos, and constant information flow keep attention active even during rest periods. The brain processes far more input than it was designed for. This creates cognitive fatigue, which feels similar to physical tiredness, but doesn't go away with simple sleep. Rest has basically become switching from one screen to another, which is not real rest. Poor quality sleep. Even when sleep duration is sufficient, the quality can still be low. Light sleep cycles, interruptions, stress, room conditions, and irregular habits reduce deep restorative stages of sleep. This prevents full recovery of both mind and body. The result is waking up with the feeling that sleep didn't really work. Technically you slept, but your body didn't fully agree. Chronic stress load. Many people live with a constant background level of stress that never fully disappears. Work pressure, financial concerns, personal expectations, and social comparison all contribute to this load. The body responds by staying in a semi-alert state. This continuous, low-level tension consumes energy even when nothing urgent is happening. In other words, your brain keeps a background tab open for every problem you've ever had. Sedentary energy decline. The human body is designed for movement. Long hours of sitting reduce circulation, slow metabolic activity, and lower natural alertness. Over time, inactivity signals the body to conserve energy, which paradoxically makes you feel more tired throughout the day. Ironically, the less you move, the more your body convinces itself that staying still is the default setting. And if you want more energy, you need to use more energy. Simple math. Caffeine dependency cycle. Caffeine doesn't solve fatigue, it masks it. It temporarily blocks sleep signals, allowing people to function despite exhaustion. But once it wears off, the underlying tiredness returns. Regular use can also reduce natural sensitivity to energy, making it harder to feel alert without stimulation. At some point, you're not really waking up, you're just delaying shutdown. Nutritional imbalance. Energy production depends heavily on consistent and balanced nutrition. Irregular meals, high sugar intake, and low nutrient density can cause spikes in energy followed by crashes. These fluctuations create a cycle of temporary alertness and sudden fatigue throughout the day. Digital overload. Constant exposure to screens and digital information forces the brain to continuously process stimuli. Even passive scrolling requires attention and micro-decisions. Over time, this creates mental exhaustion without physical activity. Emotional exhaustion. Emotional processing also consumes energy. Social interactions, internal worries, and constant self-monitoring, or even a 2-hour coffee meeting with someone you don't really enjoy, contribute to mental fatigue. Even if you physically do nothing all day, emotional load can still make you feel heavy and drained. Sometimes you end the day feeling like you worked a double shift in construction. Burnout progression. Burnout doesn't appear suddenly, it builds gradually over time. It results from prolonged stress, lack of recovery, and sustained pressure. As it progresses, motivation drops, focus weakens, and even simple tasks start to feel overwhelming. This creates a deep, persistent form of fatigue that doesn't improve quickly with rest. At that point, rest stops feeling like recovery and starts feeling like just postponing the problem. And eventually, Even taking a vacation starts to feel like something you don't quite deserve.